Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon for the latest film interviews, features, and recommendations on the movies that matter.
चला गया मैं दूर तूने भी रोका नहीं दिल को दर्द ऐसा मिला जिसकी दवा नहीं लड़ पड़ा लकीरों से पर कुछ भी हुआ नहीं चलो ये मान भी लिया अब तू मेरा नहीं क्यों मेरा नहीं ओ दूर जाने पे तेरे पास आता था मैं रूठ जाने पे तेरे सर झुकाता था मैं बिन तेरे जिंदगी का मैं क्या करूं किस तरह मान लूं तू मेरा मैं तेरा नहीं and my most favorite line by Rashmi Virag मैं वहीं पे था मगर तूने ही देखा नहीं तेरी खुशी को देख कर मैंने कुछ कहा नहीं लड़ पड़ा लकीरों से पर कुछ भी हुआ नहीं चलो ये मान भी लिया अब तू मेरा नहीं तू मेरा नहीं
What a lovely song, Amaal. What a beautiful, absolutely lovely song. Amaal, what's the last week been like? This is your debut pop single. It's taken you all these years to muster up the courage to find the song that you want to sing yourself. What's the last week been like? It feels like the Amalians, all your fans, have just made sure that it's trending on every platform.
Oh God, I have to say this that I don't know how many blessings to count and what to feel about this because it's just been so pure, it doesn't feel like they're fans and, the way they're doing it. I remember the teaser coming out and they're like, sir, humne trend kara diya. And I was finishing the final mix. So it's unbelievable. I just want to say I'm really grateful that, through music and through maybe some of my thoughts, I could make some kids from my generation and a little younger, connect to me on a human level and musically also.
I read an interview of yours in which you said that you're not a great singer. You said, I'm a composer that can sing just enough for a singer to know what is needed. Obviously, you were lying.
I would not say I'm a great singer. This industry has seen really great musicians and singers. I feel I'm more of a guy who follows KK. I feel he's like, it has that one singer when they're growing up. Obviously, English music and its influence has been there, but KK has been, my idol. I have looked up to his singing. It's got the Indian flavor, but there is a bit of that, outward rock, approach and a straight, heartfelt approach. So I am not comparing to such a big legend, but, you need to know, where you want to go. And I feel that's the tonality and that is the kind of singing that I would, hopefully try to achieve someday. I can't do the as good as, I can't. That's not me. That's something I can almost explain. Arman will interpret it or Arijit will understand, okay, he wants something like that. And every singer who I work with, they are really prolific singers. And I sing from my heart and I'm just hoping to just win hearts through my singing, not prove a point,
Amal, I want to ask you, I was talking to Jassi Gill recently, the Punjabi singer, and he started his own YouTube channel where he's going to do songs which are his ballads, and basically he said all the songs that they won't allow him to do in popular commercial, in the industry, now he's going to do on his YouTube for himself and for his fans, because otherwise he says he won't get an opportunity to do that at all. I want to ask you if that's something you can relate to.
See, I definitely relate to it because as an artist, we all have that. There is music and there is an artist thirst. The thirst inside is different. It's not the music that maybe there are like people. I would give my example. People say they look at me like Suraj Dubai. I'm like, yeah, awesome. It was 7 years ago. But I want to be known maybe by Dhoni. So that decision is sometimes, what the audience makes also chooses you according to your song, how they want to call you. Maybe in your heart, you're like, I wish they'd say this song. So those things happen to artists from the day they're born. They want to do what they want to do, So we need an environment where you can let them do. And I
Right.
think today, because of so much digital growth and all of this, it's perfectly easy. See, on the other side, I've always been doing the label bashing and saying this and that. I get it. It's a difference of the mindset that it's a business for them, it's art for us. And somewhere in between is where film music tries to find its foothold. So the numbers game is, it's not that it's not important. It is. We have
Right.
made it important. Whether it's views on songs, whether it's a 100 crore film, we made it important. So somewhere that psychologically also will affect a producer and a label. So they will not want to choose according to what they want. So only either you have that body of work, maybe, if you have like the kind of work with Preetham sir or, Rahman sir, and all of them have had a prolific 20-year career. So
Yeah.
after that point, maybe you can make a lot of more different choices in your films and, get your sound, and people would be open.
It feels like you've become a lot less cynical.
Oh God, you
That's a
had to
good
say
thing.
this. Okay.
No, no, that's a good thing.
I'm 30 now, so I think I'll at least try to act it in a few years from now.
So you mentioned Dhoni, so I want you to, and that is that incredible album that you composed. I want you to give us maybe "Kaun Tujhe" from Dhoni.
तू आती है सीने में जब जब सांसें भरता हूँ तेरे दिल की गलियों से मैं हर रोज गुजरता हूँ हवा के जैसे चलती है तू मैं रेत जैसे उड़ता हूँ कौन तुझे यूं प्यार करेगा जैसे मैं करता हूँ ओ, 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 आ।
It's such a lovely song, and I think that is really the testament of great music, right? I mean, when even after all these years, when even after you've heard it over and over again, it still gives you gooseflesh. It still kind of puts you in the really kind of makes you feel emotional. I think that is the test of great music. But so I've heard, and tell me if I'm there's another sports film that you've composed the score for, which I believe is something that you're very excited about. The director's been really raving. This is the Saina Nehwal biopic. You've done the score for that, huh?
It's my debut as a background scorer. It's the first time I'm doing the entire score and the soundtrack. So I hope to get some nice pieces from the score and make like a 10-track, 12-track jukebox this time. And it will be after Dhoni and now Saina. I feel they both of of these albums, I want to take them and make records of them and maybe just save them for life, for posterity. For myself, I feel this. I was doing a vocal tweet. There's this new feature that's come on Twitter, and while talking, like all my fans wanted to ask me what I had to say about the music. They were just questioning me. So I revealed the hashtags of the three songs, and yeah, now it's you got to reveal songs on hashtags, but I'm also updating to this. So I
Correct.
revealed three titles, and while explaining what I felt while making that music, I teared up, and they heard that record, and I don't know, I just put it up. Not it's okay. I felt they should know what I feel about this, and somewhere I feel it's my purest and most honest work because I almost left 16 or 17 films, Rajiv, for just one film where I just felt that this man, after long, I found someone who loved me as his son. Amol Gupte took care of me and let me do music of his heart and my soul. I've not done this kind of approach. Neeraj Pandey let me do that once, and this was the second time. It took really long. I was hoping maybe I was getting a little excited. I just did a solo. Maybe I'll have 5, 6. It took me 3 years, and he's scripting it since 2016. We had Shraddha, then now we have Pariniti. And I think the girl has done stupendously well, because me and my team, we've been producing the score and the songs. I've seen my boys start rolling tears down on certain scenes. So that's, I think Amol Gupte is the man. Like, I have never met a better human being. And it was an honor to, work with someone who's done Tare Zameen Par, who understands. He purely, I can't even tell you how excited I am to even say this, that he's purely pulled each note out of me like this. And he's just got it out.
We were talking earlier about this time that we've had to reflect. I read that you said somewhere that that it gave you the break that you needed, and also you ended up creating a lot of good material.
Yes.
Tell me why a break is important for an artist. Tell me, what did it do for you really creatively?
I think one most important thing that I'd like to say is that I felt burnt out, in 2018, and I had to take that. Every artist has that point,
Yeah.
and it's where I was 27 or 28, and I started to feel I've not seen the world enough. I'm waking up with cold sweat at night and the day, and in 2 nights I'm delivering one song, maybe two songs. Some things are going wrongly arranged, some beats are like, when I'm listening to, I'm like, "Hey, why am I doing this?" And I didn't want to feel that. Those songs were really super hit, they succeeded also. I don't want to name those songs,
Yeah.
but sometimes some things you miss, you want to do them a week later. Maybe a horn section I wanted to do tomorrow, but we can't do it, and then the song is gone. It's shot differently. So those little problems, and my personal push towards them is so much that I give 2000% to every song, and I start feeling that on my health. So I was feeling caged, and I took that step. And luckily, in that whole period, there was a demand of only, a lot of recreations and remixes, which even I've been a part of, done 5, 7, or all of them. But I didn't want to be part of that volume of that work. I'm here for a greater good, and I believe I'm going to make music which I wanted to remain forever. I don't want to make anything which I can't sleep at night kind of work. So I took that break in for 1 year, and I came back with, I'll show you why it was important. I came back with Badla, with Q Rabba, with my first film with Amit ji, SRK sir producing it, Tapsi, Sujoy Ghosh. What an unusual film for me to, and I still luckily managed to make a commercial song even there. And so I don't try this. It's something that is maybe in me, but I still stuck to the script. And I was lucky. That was my biggest moment. January couldn't get better in 2019. And then from there, moving to a comedy, doing De De Pyar De and Chale Aana, which
Lovely
I
song.
believe to look. I like to look at the audio numbers more than views, even though it must be around 150 something. In a time where things go billion, if you see the audio streams, it's 600 million. So, and I believe it's 600 million hearts beating for one song. So it's my biggest number on Spotify. It's everywhere. It happened, and I did only 3 out of the other films. I used to do 14 in a year, one song in each, which I did in 2016. And I started to realize it's okay. It's okay, Amal. I started to feel at that time also a little bit mom, dad, and friends would be like, bro, it happens. Out of sight, out of mind, ho jayega. All those things. People who care end up saying that. But I was a little more clearer about what I wanted to see myself as, and life gave me another opportunity to be a judge. So it's like I leveled up, and it was beautiful for me to mentor kids with legends like Shan and Richa Sharma. So that journey went beautifully. I started at least once. I remember I did one show in a place called Muradabad or somewhere. I hadn't seen my success to feel good about it. I wanted to, once see that also. I started taking up gigs which I was avoiding. I was like Batman in his cave. But I started going there, and I heard Arman. I was on a show with him, and he opens with Main Hu Hero Tera. We both do our different shows also. The minute that riff played, tum, 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 and I heard 5,000 people scream. I looked at Yash, one friend of mine who's a very, very good singer. He sang the Mukabla recreation. New guy, very talented. So I looked at him and I hugged him. I said, bro, people know it from here. Those things I never got to see. I wanted to see that for a year or two and do good work. And then Kabir Singh, I think, what an album to be part of with such great composers. That was the final super hit of the year along with Gully Boy. And from every composer in that album. And for me to do that ballad with Shreya Ghoshal, My Dream Come True, Irshad Kamil, I couldn't have asked for a better year that year. And that that same thing has happened right now for me, that I had 3 months free to myself. And in those 3 months, I found Amal Malik 7.0, you can say, not even 2.0. It's something I've jumped 5 generations. I've looked back mentally. I feel really blessed and enlightened that I could see where I want to go with my music. I could see so many things which I've not even questioned. I questioned those things. I got those answers. That I feel blessed that that happened for me. That breather alone, few friends, everyone got close, so many discussions, so many things I didn't know about my friends. So, those I felt alive. And I think that's very important for an artist to be alive.
Yeah.
If he feels alive in any form, then no one can stop him and his music.
I have to say, I like Amaal Mallik 7.0. I like the 30-year-old Amaal who's more mature, who I think measures his words. And I think you're also you're hitting your stride. I mean, this is incredible music. I think Tu Mera Nahi is beautiful, and can't wait to hear from the way that you've spoken. Can't wait to hear Saina. Really excited. I think you've got us all excited about what you've done there. So all the best, Amaal. Really looking forward to seeing what you do next. I have to say that I'm a fan because I do feel that your music has a lot of soul. Whether it's a song from Chef, which I absolutely love, Tere Mere, or it's the song from Badrinath, Roke Na Ruke. I mean, these are, or even the song from Airlift, Soch Na Sake. I feel like there is soul. I feel like these are beautiful songs that went on to become chartbusters. They don't seem like they were created as chartbusters. Like let's make a hit. Before you go, what song are you going to give us? As we go, are you going to give us Soch Na Sake or maybe Ruke Na Ruke, whatever you.
तू जो नजरों के सामने कल होगा नहीं, तुझको देखे बिन मैं मर ना जाऊं कहीं, तुझको भूल जाऊं कैसे माने ना मनाऊं कैसे तू बता, रोके ना रुके नैना तेरी और है इन्हें तो रहना, रोके ना रुके नैना, तेनू इतना मैं प्यार करा, एक पल विच 100 बात करा, तू जावे जे मैनू छड़ के मौत दा इंतजार करा, ये तेरे लिए दुनिया छोड़ दी है, तुझ पे ही सांस आके रुके, मैं तुझको कितना चाहता हूँ ये तू कभी सोच ना सके, कि तेरे लिए दुनिया छोड़ दी है, तुझ पे ही सांस आके रुके, मैं तुझको कितना चाहता हूँ ये तू कभी सोच ना सके.